Why have the gays been hiding this from me this whole time?
There's definitely many instances where people are complaining about something like, shut up, you are rich and famous.
Yeah. She's like stressed, getting old, and she's chopped and she's unk.
You have anxiety.
No. Shut up, Taylor Swift.
What did you think of that?
This was all within a 5-minute, range. Things that British people say. Super Zan lyrics. Who up wonkin' they willy right now? Who up playing with they worm? Who up playing with they worm variations? How to record a mic on FL Studio.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that.
It was all relevant to what I was working on. Wow.
Welcome back. What is this one? 16. Episode 16 of Retconnd podcast.
Oh, is it this one?
I love that it's the same every time. It's the song and then you going, woo!
Guys, today our guest is Charli XCX.
Hi guys, it's me.
You're supposed to say, it's Charli,
Hi,
baby.
I'm Charli XCX and you're watching Retconnd.
Thank you so much, Charli, for being here. We DM'd her last week and she said she was already planning on coming out.
It's true.
So
I said on, I think episode 7 or 6 that my dream is to have Charli on. So
wait, yeah, you did say that.
no, free branding.
Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae.
I love that song.
Me too. I listened to it like 4 times yesterday. The sun came out, Addison is in my ears again.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So for episode 16 today, we will be discussing 2. I mean, let's be frank, they're Charli XCX movies.
This is the Charli episode.
We will be discussing The Moment and Wuthering Heights. You know what's funny actually is that when I think when I posted my review for The Moment, Jasher commented and he was like, I'm really sad this isn't tagged as Retconnd. But I kind of got done doing that because we pick so randomly. Unless I definitely know we're going to cover something and like me, you, and Numbers go see it, then I'll tag it like Retconnd. I'm like, we're going to record this. But I went and saw that. I was like, we may not, but we are.
Shout out, Jasher.
We fucking are.
Hey,
we are.
Could you adjust my camera? I feel like it's a little bit too low, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, when driving a
Shout out,
car.
Jasher. Speaking of shouting people out, while you do that, shout out Betsy, for one.
Shout out Betsy,
as we
always.
have to do, always. I have a Betsy story. Yeah, I know. Liam just gasped. Yeah, give that a little. See how like my head is. Yeah. So I'll let you figure that out. I saw Poor Things for the first time recently.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. We can do that. We can do that later.
Okay, or we could do it on the podcast about movie. Wait, am I in trouble?
No, I just thought it was interesting because I see what you're saying, but I also have a different point of view on it.
I understand. And Betsy helped me out. So basically my review for Poor Things was like, this is predatory.
This is creepy.
It's creepy. It's like not like uncomfortable in the sense of like it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It felt to me like uncomfortable in the sense that this should not be legal to make, in my opinion. And so I saw that Betsy gave it 5 stars and I texted Betsy. I was like, I'm so sorry. I did not like this movie and I felt like it shouldn't be, I don't think it should be watched by people. And she was like, can I call you for a second? I was like, okay. And it was like 1 a.m. at this point. So I'm like lying in bed about to go to sleep. And then I talked to Betsy for like 45 minutes about Poor Things. And I was like, all right, I understand a little bit more now. I still don't like it, but I don't know.
I think it's fair to not like it. It's a lot for sure, but I love Poor Things. I think it's awesome. And I also think that I don't even know. I have a paper about it. Do you want to read my paper about it?
Yeah.
I'll have to go find it in the
I would love to.
Google Drive archives. But I wrote a paper about that. And did a presentation about it like 2 years ago in some
What did I
media
give Poor
class.
Things?
And
I
I
only
think
saw it once in theaters, and I think I was pretty lukewarm about it.
I think it's like a really interesting take on like sort of like a Frankenstein story,
The Bride.
but it has like a really uncomfortableness to it that's kind of, I don't know, it is like predatory, but I feel like that's the point because a lot of women and children are like preyed on.
Right. And I understand
But-
that. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
But it's yeah, there's a lot there. It's a really, there's nothing like Poor Things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
You know?
right.
There's a lot of different things that squished together are like Poor Things, but I don't know. That movie's whack, and Emma Stone
Awesome.
Yeah.
she's awesome. She's
Poor
just
Things is like Barbie, but for freaks.
she's just like so talented too. Like she just like the whole time I'm just like, girl.
I really like her relationship with Yorgos, and I hope they just keep making movies.
Me too. Me too.
I think they just understand each other really well, and whenever they come together to do something, it's like gonna be good. And it's been like each
Sorry, I
time
didn't
has
know
been
this.
very different. So they've been like hitting a lot. Because the first one is probably the favorite, I think. Because yeah, I'm trying to think of what came out before the favorite, but I think the favorite is her first one, and that's just kind of like a really kind of funny, dry humor lesbian story set in like Pride and Prejudice era. Like it's just
Classic.
yeah, it's fun. And then yeah, I don't know what came after that, but
Oh.
whoa.
That
But I mean,
was
even
gross.
that and Poor Things and Begonia, all three
I'm
of those
also kind
together
of a
are
fan of disturbing media, I think.
Me too. I like to be disturbed. I like to be uncomfortable when watching a movie. I think the best point that I made in my review was that no one would be surprised if an Epstein file came out and it was like, hey, we should make a movie where there's a child's brain in an adult body and she's exploring her sexuality. Like,
Yeah,
no one
but
would
the
be.
Epstein files like the children's bodies
Well,
too.
I know that, but I'm just saying it's that level of creepy
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
like you would not be surprised if Epstein loved that movie. I feel like.
It is, but it's also like, well, that's just
Didn't he already kill
women
himself?
aren't really seen as like people to a lot of people. So it's like I don't know, she's just taken advantage of no matter what. Like
Yeah.
she killed herself because of a bad situation and then ended up in another bad situation. And it's interesting because it's like the hereditary effects of it, but it's like told in a really strange way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I would be interested in rewatching it sometime soon, because like
It
I
is,
said,
there are
I
parts where
only
I'm like-
watched it in the theater, so I don't like remember everything super well. But I do remember like leaving the theater and thinking that it was a little too long,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't think that there was like a ton to chew on outside of like it's nuanced if you're an idiot. But I don't want to say it's like a unintelligent movie because I think it is. But
No, I
I
think,
think it's
a ve-
pretty like easy to grasp if you are like locked in, you know, like it's easy to understand these themes and things that they're like navigating and telling you throughout the movie. And it is really good. But I think it rides those coattails a little too long. And it doesn't, if I remember correctly how I was feeling, I didn't think that it expanded very well on this idea. Like I think it got to a point and it kept kind of like rolling. And I didn't think that it really went much deeper into it. And then I remember by the last like 20 minutes, like more shit just kept happening. And there's like the thing with like her, I forget the actor's name, but like the guy that's like the love interest sort of, right?
He's not really.
Mark Ruffalo?
No, not Mark Ruffalo.
Oh,
it's
the husband.
Yusuf
It's supposed to be the husband. Yeah.
guy.
whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would I'd call him a love interest.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
don't know if I
they
would
were
either.
like they were trying to be like put together. That's what I mean. Not like
Yeah.
love interest.
Let's move on. This is
Yeah.
not a poor thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait,
just
this
right.
isn't about Poor Things.
Yeah, this is about.
Charli.
This is about the moment.
This is about a moment in time.
Mm.
The moment in time.
Should we
summer.
introduce Maria, who she actually is?
Hi, I'm Maria.
This is Maria. She is my Charli XCX lookalike girlfriend.
And my mom.
Yes, and Liam got me these shoes.
What's the other one? We have to put them both up together.
Does it say 365 on it?
No, they say brat when you put
It
them
literally.
together.
Oh, I can't see the bottom. That's fine. I'll see it later. The
They're
side says
awesome.
365.
I don't know where the
Yeah.
list.
Maria is a huge fan of Charli XCX. So
I am a big fan of Charli XCX. I really enjoy the art that she makes.
and obviously she has been a recurring guest on the show, but we knew that, I mean, she had to be here for this one.
Yeah, she did. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you guys also you needed a woman here
Mhm.
for
that's
this
true.
episode for sure. And I think I'm confident in my opinions about these two films.
Good. Good. I'm glad. I wouldn't expect anything less. I was going to say something about Charli. Oh, you were in my life when I first discovered Charli.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think Maria was. And I was so upset when I discovered Charli because I was like, this is so good and so fun. And I texted my sister, my gay sister, and I said, why have the gays been hiding this from me this whole time? I was so upset. And my sister was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, don't act like you don't know.
Also,
texted my
like, yeah,
sister,
girl, like you've
my
heard
gay
vroom
sister.
vroom a million times growing up.
Yeah.
Like everybody has. It's a lot of people. They didn't realize that was Charli XCX.
Right.
Low
'Cause
key.
she's also had her hand in like a lot. Like you heard, I love it.
Right.
knew
But that
I
doesn't
love it.
count. That's old Charli. That doesn't count.
I mean,
I love it.
guys,
This is a big song in Germany.
Dude,
the song "Nuclear Season"
this is a nuclear season.
single-handedly one of the most important tracks of my life.
Yeah,
Let's just
Charlie's
say
awesome. This isn't, I'm not comparing them exactly, but the way she blew up sort of reminds me of Noah Khan got like so big after the sticks,
Right.
saw your mom. But then like when you
What
go
was-
back.
What was he? Has he been around for a while?
He's been around for a while, yeah.
He's
He did
been-
a bunch of I can't even think of the songs, but I remember there are some like really stupid dumb pop songs that he did a while
Yeah.
ago, and I was like, that's Noah Khan. I thought he just came out of nowhere and was like a folk guy. I don't really fuck with him that much. I think he's a pretty cool dude though. But that reminds
This
me of
isn't about
Charlie
Noah
because I
Khan.
think like Brat was just, I mean, it was the moment. It was so big.
Brat was
And, like,
so massive.
Yeah.
And I guess she was kind of out of nowhere for a lot of people for sure.
But she was like still huge. Like she was like massive.
She's
But
been like
not
a
in, like, a-
very, very prominent figure in like the gay community, that
Mm-hmm.
like queer going out scene and the electronic scene forever. Like she's been making music since she's been performing in like nightclubs since she was like 14.
Yeah.
And nightclubs, I don't know, that kind of the party scene goes along with a lot of like queer culture a lot of the time.
Well, real quick,
Boom.
my name is Liam and this is Forrest.
Yeah.
And this is our podcast.
Oh wait, yeah, we didn't
Retconnd.
even. This is crazy already, guys.
It's okay.
It's on brand for
Yeah.
Charli. This is the
Yeah.
goal. If you're new here, thanks for being here. Or clicking the I don't know what that means.
Clicking
Subscribe
the-
if you want to.
What is going on, you guys?
What is
What
up,
is going
YouTube?
on, you YouTubes?
Welcome back to the channel.
Usually, we have our beloved friend and producer Numbers with us, but yet again, we are recording. I was going to say quite early. It's not. It's like 1 on a Saturday. And I don't know what Isaac is doing, but he wasn't able to make it. So,
He's out of town.
should we just say Numbers Corner?
He didn't send me any.
Yeah, but we could tell him to send some.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Numbers, if you have something to say it now.
That would be really uncomfortable if
And we're back.
if he doesn't send me anything. I'm just gonna This is gonna be so uncomfortable.
You
Just
can
put like
take
a
that
random
time
video.
to put whatever you want
Yeah, just put like
in the video.
no numbers, Corey, but just like Charlie strutting.
I might do that anyway.
Yeah.
Numbers, don't send me anything. I want to put Charlie in it.
So
Yes.
like we said, we're going to discuss The Moment and Wuthering Heights.
Mm.
We're probably going to go over The Moment first.
Yes.
Let's see. We usually like to do a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of sitch. We will compare our own personal ratings based off of the Letterboxd average, and we will give a thumbs up or thumbs down, whether we would personally go higher or lower than that average.
I got the average right here. It is a 3.5, a
3.5.
solid 3.5.
Okay.
And I suppose if any of us rated it 3.5, we just have to choose
Yeah.
if it's a high 3.5 or a low 3.5.
Okay.
Do we do it now?
We'll do a countdown
Yeah.
and say higher or
Yes.
lower for our audio listeners.
3, 2, 1.
Higher.
Maria also says higher.
Yeah, I also said higher. Sorry, I didn't say it out loud.
That's
okay.
okay. It's okay. Shout out
The Moment.
Mandar.
If you guys are listening and you haven't watched any of these movies and you just like hearing us talk, we can give you a little rundown. The Moment is a 2025 film that I believe premiered at Sundance back in January. It is directed by Aidan Zamiri, who I'm
Did you say
seeing
in
now.
January?
Yeah.
January of 2025?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No. January of, I'm sorry. I said 2025. I meant 2026.
Okay.
Not last Sundance. Like, well, yeah, this past Sundance, like 2 months ago, 2026.
That makes more sense to me.
Aidan Zamiri is a Scottish director and photographer who has worked in music, fashion, and commercial work. I'm just looking at his thing on Letterboxd.
Yeah, I honestly
He
don't
works
really
for
care.
Title Mag.
Did he really?
hmm
That's cool.
And he's done a lot of the shoots that I like, really, really like. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him until after I saw The Moment. And then I started watching more like, just like people talking about it. And I was
Mhm.
like, wait, that's who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, his work is really awesome. Really,
Yeah.
really awesome.
This is his directorial debut. This is his 1st
Mhm.
movie. I'm not sure. I'll look into it later. It's not really that important, but obviously he got involved with Charlie somehow, and they became friends. I know Charlie's like really plugged into a lot of different things,
Yeah.
but especially the film industry now, and so they got together working on this. I know that in the opening credits, it's like it says based off of an original idea by Charli XCX, and I believe they probably sat down and wrote this together. The tagline on Letterboxd, and it's a movie about Brat and Charlie in a tour, but none of it happened, but maybe some of it did.
Mhm.
A rising pop sensation navigates the complexities of fame and industry pressures while preparing for her arena tour debut.
Gag it.
Where to start with
How
this?
do you synopsize something like this?
The Moment is a story about Charli XCX, and it takes place after Brat. So after Brat Summer has occurred, her team is pressuring her to kind of milk the Brat thing and keep it going and not change anything new not do anything new and take a break. So this is after Sweat Tour, pre-European Brat Tour, I think. And her team is like just trying to get her to do a bunch of things. She is planning this new tour, and they're like, you got to make a concert film, girl. And she's like, okay. And then they bring in Johannes, the creative director or just director of the concert film, that he like represents just like a guy that doesn't get it. Like just a dude in the music industry that's been around for a long time and knows what he knows and isn't really on the same page.
He knows
as
how to
her.
make a safe, PR-friendly concert movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Played by Alexander Skarsgård.
yeah, and he's like, this is how we do it. And he comes in and he kind of tries to like take over. Charli deals with a lot of different internal struggles and learning how to like kind of move on, but also handle this new level of fame that she's at. And it's kind of just about her navigating that, and it's about her emotions. And I think it feels like a diary entry that she was like being like existential in her diary and just writing shit, and then was like, let's make a movie about this.
I think it's just like a fun twist on like real life events of like what could have happened, because I mean, like the tagline, it's like some of it happened, but maybe some of it didn't, but maybe none of it did. It's kind of like that thing. So I imagine that a lot of this was true, and I'm like a diary entry in her head thinking, okay, what if this thing happened and obviously I didn't go through with it, but what if in the movie I did, and we explore like how things would have gone had I made a different decision.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of experiences that she's had in her career and like growing. Like
there's a lot of like pressures from the people that, like you said, are like wanting to milk the whole brat thing because it's so big. And like in a lot of ways, like we were saying, Charli has been around for so long, but it really wasn't until Brat that she just dove into the mainstream. And so many people got on to the Charli wave. And then, you know, you have your gatekeepers who are like, we've been around for so long.
Well, I mean, she's been around for so long.
Yeah.
Brat became like, it blew up so big that it became like a cultural moment. And that was something that she had never had before. So the way that like everybody's mom and the way that grandmas were in lime green, like Brat Summer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Everything. Like you could go get like a Brat coffee.
Yeah. Brat
from
matcha.
somewhere.
Like,
and I remember so many people. It was
the first thing to get like really commercialized, like on that scale that she's made, I think, or at least people trying to like create spliffs and like and go off of it and whatnot. Like Brat, how many times was Brat probably referenced on like SNL?
Yeah,
she had never been
I remember a
referenced
lot
on
of people
SNL
like
before
changing
that.
their Instagram profile pictures to like their name or something, but it was just in the in the Brat font. What do you guys think of Johannes, the Alexander Skarsgård character?
I think he ate. I think that he was hilarious and he played it really well. He kind of felt like the camp counselor that takes things too seriously and you're like, bro, like let me have some fun. And I think that he was really dramatic and he was super annoying. Like I was in the theater like this. I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe he said that. Like I can't believe he did that. But and he was so real. Like the things that he was doing where he's like, and then he like PR speaks for a little bit. Oh my God. I was like, everybody knows somebody that's kind of like that.
Yeah. I have definitely experienced people like that before. Cause I work here, and before I was in my current youth director role, I was on the creative team, and it was always really frustrating when I had an idea and I knew my idea was right. You know, I'm always down to be wrong, but every once in a while when I have a creative idea, I'm like, this is the right idea.
I'm like that too, where I'm like, I'll let a lot, like I will open my ears, but when I know, yeah.
And then someone who would maybe be more superior than me would just be like, yeah, well that's great, but let's take a step back. I'm like, dude, let's not take a step back.
He just does it so well because somebody will say something. He's like,
I hear you.
I hear you. I think it's great that you're voicing your opinion, and I think the way that you're speaking is amazing.
Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face.
And it's
Shut up.
He's just so like, I don't know. He captured that like type of person so perfectly.
Yeah.
And it was just so, and the way he dressed was hilarious
Like
too.
that annoying fucking older white dude that doesn't get it, and he
Yeah.
like literally thinks that he thinks that what he has to say matters. Like,
It's funny because he was like, just the way he dressed reminded me of like early Charlie. Just like it was like 2013 hipster
oh
with
yeah,
like the really skinny.
he dressed like
calves,
Sky
but the
Fiera in like
super
2013.
Yeah. And he had like the huge like scoop neck with like a
Ferrera.
cardigan and then like a
Ferrera.
big slouchy beanie that was like barely. It
Yeah.
was just so funny.
It's like
Yeah,
he looked up trendy fashion
Yeah.
on Pinterest and was like,
It's so
this is
funny.
what I'm doing.
It's hilarious.
And like the capital B and like all the things that he was changing were
Yeah,
really
changing brat with a capital B.
the
He's like,
set design was really funny. The lighter was really funny, like her getting inside the lighter, and it being like sparkly. I thought that a joke that was not talked about enough in that movie was when he was like, okay, and then he had the big cigarette.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she was like, okay, so Charlie, I know you love to smoke. Big cigarette. I was like, oh my God.
and the big lighter.
Yeah, like that shit was funny. I thought those jokes landed. I kind of feel like I wish that like his performance was really great and he was really, really like a dramatic I don't know, personality in that. Like I wish that some of the other characters were a little bit more dramatic like that.
Yeah. I kind of like the way that like I don't know. I could agree with that. I think I like that it's him like he is like the antagonist of the movie essentially.
Well, I'm thinking about like, you know, the support people that are like, yes, Charlie, okay, anything you want, Charlie. Or like when they think she's dead
Yeah.
and they like freak out and go find her. Like those characters were good. I just like, I don't know. I loved it. I was like, I want more energy. I was like, I want more. I don't know. But I also could probably watch like a whole show like that.
Yeah.
Like a whole season of a show, but it's the moment.
That would be dope. I would like that a lot.
I think that would be fun. But I mean, I liked all the characters, and I thought they were all great.
Me too.
I don't think we even mentioned yet that it's a mockumentary.
Yeah.
Are we done synopsizing? But I don't feel like. I feel like
yes.
Okay, you love.
I
going,
feel like we skipped
"Yes."
around a lot, and
Yeah.
but
Well, honestly, I thought I just read the synopsis on Letterboxd and I thought that was good.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I started talking. I don't even know what I said. Sorry,
It's
guys.
okay.
It's okay. Liam started it because he asked a question. But I thought that. How do you feel about like the whole idea that it's mockumentary style? What do you think about that?
I think that it's if she's trying to get into the film world, I feel like making a mockumentary about your own life
Yeah.
is kind of like super badass and hilarious to like take a step into that whole universe and be like, yeah, but I'm just gonna like play myself because I like know her. So
Right.
and I don't know. I feel like that's what I would do. I'd be like, if I
Mm-hmm.
can just play myself, but like not for real myself, but like I know this character. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's like interesting, and I thought it was cool, and I thought it was very on brand with her to be like, guys, we're just gonna. It's kind of like how Addison dropped her self-titled album and then toured the entire thing just her. You know, like she's like, this is gonna be my thing. It's gonna be about me. I'm gonna work with the people I want to work with, and if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like it's the brat mindset as well. I think carrying into that, like she's just being her.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to act, but if I am gonna act, I have to just be me first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to clarify something about my rating. I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. Because I did give it the thumbs up over 3.5, but afterwards I felt like that just could have been better.
There were a few things that fell flat for sure. I think that there were a few things that could have landed a little bit harder. We could have leaned into a little bit more. Like, overall, the climax of the credit card, like the bank collapsing,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of like, okay. Like, I understand that it's like a PR nightmare and it's like a really big deal, but I wish it was more of like an interpersonal crash out. Which
Well, it was.
Well, it's because of
though.
her crash out.
Yeah, it
that
was,
happens.
but I wish we like leaned into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like when they thought she was dead, I was like, if she dies in her own fucking movie, that's gonna be great. Like I was kind of like really into that.
I wanted that. Yeah.
Like I was like, but then I also thought like that's bad. Like she probably doesn't want to manifest that. but like yeah, I don't know. I just like wish that like the crash out scene where she's in like the black bikini and she like is throwing shit and freaking the fuck out in Ibiza. I liked that. And like the blood and the dramatics of it. I liked that a lot. Like I wanted a little bit more of that feeling.
Yeah.
Like I'm because I care about Charli. I don't care about the made up bank. Like
Right.
that bank can fucking crash. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I bring up my lower than expected rating is because, and I agree with you. I'm sorry. This is like totally off. This is totally off topic. Well, I mean, we're
That's
talking
okay.
about Charli.
Everything that I've been saying is also
Okay.
jumping around. So like,
but when it started, when the movie started, and it was just dong, 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 and all the flashing lights, I looked over. Anton was with me, and I looked over like, Anton, this is awesome. And he was like not like into it. I'm like, dude, come on, this is so
no,
sick.
that's her whole thing.
Yeah, but then that was it. Like that kind of felt like
You wanted more of a music video to happen.
I did.
I get it.
I did. I wanted to feel like I was at a rave.
But my thing is,
That'll play into my Wuthering Heights.
my thing
comment.
is, we can't be greedy. You know how much content we have from her like that?
I know, but
Like,
it's
she would-
different.
I know, but if we're going to make a Charli XCX movie, I see why she didn't want to do too much.
Me too. And I get that too.
But I did also want more.
I know.
I was
man.
like, give it to, because I'm like,
Yeah.
like, I love that shit. But it just being at the beginning, but I don't know, it kind of felt like a horror movie a little bit. Like,
I think it was
I think
just
that it was-
that was just kind of like the flavor of like that is just Charli, like that vibe, that like the way the music was and the visuals and everything, that was just Charli. I don't think
that was
it was
her
like
being herself, and
I
she
didn't think
loses
that it
herself
was-
throughout the film.
Yeah, I didn't think it was indicating like what the rest of the movie was going to be like. I think it was just like, you're at a Charli XCX movie, we're going to give you some Charli XCX as like the opener, like, and then it gets into the movie. I just
Yeah.
saw it as like, I don't know, like when a Quentin Tarantino movie opens up, you're going to get some like weird twangy Western music, and it's going to be like Tarantino in some big ass yellow font. And it's like,
Yeah, I think it definitely was like, you know her, you love her, let's digest her. Like it was like, we're watching a movie about Charli XCX right now. Get into your mindset, like lock in. And then it got real quiet right after. What the scene right after was where she was. What's the opening scene of her when the music stops?
great
I don't
question.
remember. I forgot.
Me too.
Probably wasn't that important then, I guess.
I remember it just getting real like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe she was just like smoking a cigarette or something. Like, I don't know.
she might have been.
She
I was
for a lot of
walking
it.
in
I'm
like
thinking
right as it was
about-
starting.
I'm thinking about her. Maybe it was her in the car.
Maybe.
Maybe it was her in the car with the fluffy jacket on and the sunglasses.
Maybe.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
forget. Guys, I forget. Fuck.
I do really love though, like I loved the mockumentary style, and it reminded me a lot of like, honestly, a little bit in the same vein of like Nirvana the band.
I want to see that. I haven't seen
It's
it.
really funny.
Let's see that today.
I would go see it today. Also just kind of like almost Nathan Fieldery, like it was
Yeah.
it was in like this rehearsal kind of mind, like
The
world.
tone of it was very similar to the rehearsal at certain times.
And
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. I'm like,
you're like,
I
this is a
love
bit.
Nathan Fielder a lot. Nathan Fielder is like one of probably like my favorite people ever. And I love everything he makes. Like everything he does speaks exactly to me. I love it. I think the second season of The Rehearsal is the greatest piece of television that's ever been made.
good.
It is so funny.
And-
But I do see the similarities in like the tone, because that's kind of how I feel, or how I felt watching Charli. Like I was like, I understand your humor and I understand
Yeah.
your delivery, and I get it. Like I'm right there. But I do think that in a general sense, a lot of people like that are gonna go see The Moment are not gonna go in with that kind of like, I'm gonna try to understand this and like
Yeah.
get into her mindset. I think a lot of people are going to like learn about Charli XCX, and that's like not what that movie is really for.
Mm-hmm. I do,
I
but
think-
I love the like reality but not reality stuff.
Yeah.
I really dig when somebody, especially for a story like this, that is the route that they decide to go, because I think it's always really interesting, and it's always like, it's always really funny, and it's kind of easy to, like you said, for her to get into like the film industry like recently, and like this is her big thing. This is her moment. And you like deciding to just like, she's going to play a version of herself is like, I guess on paper you think, oh, that's an easy thing to do. But
it sounds, it seems like a very vulnerable thing to do too.
yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, because you have to pick the version of yourself that you're gonna play, and she isn't playing the best version of herself, and she's like highlighting when she's acted like a diva, and she's like putting that out to the public for people to perceive in whatever way they want to perceive. And I think a lot of people probably did perceive it as like, okay, so like you're complaining about being a pop star. And it's like, no, but like kind of, but like not really. I'm just like talking about my life, I think, maybe.
I think we need to like, yeah, I don't know. I always see the shit for like people that are like rich. Like if you're rich and famous, it's like, stop complaining about stuff. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But it is a bit like, okay, just because somebody like has fame doesn't mean like they don't have any problems.
Right.
There's definitely
Yeah.
many instances where people are complaining about something like, shut up, you are rich and famous.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is they're complaining about.
Right.
But this is like an inside look of like herself and like her psyche and the way that like she was navigating this whole thing.
Yeah,
I think that's
and
very
the
interesting.
psychology of a pop star is definitely something to study.
And it's really fucked up for a lot of pop stars.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
look at like
Britney Spears, recent news,
or
you know?
like Justin Bieber, and like especially people that
Justin
got
Bieber
started.
had more than just being rich and famous, though, as a kid. Like, he went through a lot more. than
Yeah. Well,
that.
that's what I mean is like
Oh, I
there's
see.
so many pop stars that are like that. And it's like
If you're working from a very young age, like that's something
you're going
I
to be
can't
taken
even
advantage of.
I
Right.
can't even comprehend that because I didn't live that experience. So I always find it fascinating to just look inside the mind of people who are very famous or like just well known or have been around in their circles for a really long time, just because I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah. I thought her performance was really, really good though.
I thought
That's
she
what
was I thought she ate. I thought she did great.
That's the only thing I actually really wanted to say about this is how impressive it is. I feel like you said that you think her performance was good and you're like, oh, she played herself. I feel like playing yourself in a scenario that didn't happen is probably one of the most difficult things that someone can do, that an
Really?
actor can do. I think so. Like, Liam, play Liam, except for you're homeless right now. Go, try.
Well, I look the part.
Like, that is like, I feel like that is so difficult to do.
Yeah.
So I was really impressed, and
Yeah.
I was in it. And you said something earlier about like how a lot of it is fabricated. Like that was so clever because there's so many times that I wanted to pull out my phone and be like, wait, did Charli actually sponsor a credit card? Like I was like, wait, what?
The gay credit card bit was funny as fuck. I'm sorry. That was like hilarious. They were like, yeah, so it's a credit card targeted towards the queer people. It's like, what does that fucking mean?
What is the gay credit card?
I guess
so
I'm
awesome.
doing it. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was the instances where it's like people that are like trying to control her like persona that clearly don't understand like the queer
nobody
community
gets her
at all.
except for Celeste, and
Yeah.
it's like they're all missing the mark. So they're so far off.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about my claim that playing yourself is one of the most difficult things you can do as an actor?
I think that's really interesting because I feel like as somebody who's not an actor, to me, I'm
Sure.
like easy, could do that.
Well, I would just say I don't think it's any less difficult than like it's not any more or less difficult than like just playing a character, because like regardless, you are in a movie that is not like, it's not a documentary.
Yeah.
It's not like we're following Charli around. You can watch that. She literally made a documentary herself for why am I blanking on the name of that record?
How I'm feeling
How
now.
I'm Feeling Now. It's on Canopy if anyone's interested. It's really
love
good.
Canopy.
And it's like an hour long, but it's just while she's trapped in her house during COVID and she's like, I'm going to make an album. And I mean, even then there's probably times where, I mean, she's being very vulnerable throughout the whole documentary, but that's just her being herself. Like she's not, this is like the brat version of that, where it's like she's playing all of these versions of herself, but it is a character. So it doesn't, in my opinion, it's no more or less different than if she were cast in like she's going to be in the Greg Araki movie coming out. I think it's just called Good Sex, but she's
Is that
playing,
what it's called?
I think so.
I feel like I would have remembered that name.
I think it's something sex. I think it's just called Good Sex.
Okay.
I would be really interested to talk to an actor about that
Yeah.
point of view, though, because I really like I catch myself watching movies all the time, and I'm like, I could do that. Or I catch myself watching, I'll see the same movie, and I'll be like, no, I take it back. Like I could never do that. I have no like real gauge on how it feels to act because I've never done it.
I really love
I'd like to try
actors.
though. That'd be fun.
I think actors are like really, really very deeply fascinating. And it's like all of them are divas, but it's because like, I don't know, like I think it like performing, like giving a performance and acting is in my opinion like a very like magical thing. And like the person needs to be like super centered and super focused, and they make the movie. I mean, the performance makes the movie, in my opinion. Obviously, a lot of stuff makes a movie. I think the best part about movies is that it encapsulates like every art form ever that humans have made.
Yeah.
It encapsulates all of that in one thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think is the best part about movies. But I think the performance
That's
of
beautiful, Liam.
of the people in the movies are the most important thing, because it's not, if they're bad, you're not gonna, I mean, you can still be entertained by it. Like there's a whole genre, like we could go on and on about movies that are bad that are fun to watch.
Hell yeah.
Or like performances that aren't great, but you're just like watching with friends and cracking up. But like for something that's like truly a good movie, the performance I think is one of the most important things to draw you in. And I think she does an incredible job. I also just think,
I think
that
all the
Charli's like,
performances were really good.
yeah, I think everybody
Honestly.
understood what they were doing. You know, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, this is what the movie's about. I get it. Let's roll."
They saw her vision, yeah.
Yeah, especially Alexander Skarsgård. I like really the way he locked into like that douchey like, that character was like, he was the perfect like, he was a perfect person for that role, because everyone else is so chill. Like Celeste is the Haley Bates character who's like,
Celeste,
she's running.
She ate, and she looked so good.
Was
too.
she the girl that was doing like the design
She was
for
the
the
creative
tour?
director, yeah.
Because
Or
everyone else is so like
I
chill
think she was
and
the
like
creative
we're-
director. I
Yeah.
think that was her title.
they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it this way. This is like what the strobe looks like. Everyone is just so chill because they know what they're doing.
Metaphorical cocaine.
Yeah,
I love that scene.
Yeah,
Wait, we're going too fast. We're going too fast.
Yeah.
Because I just,
Pump my brakes for me.
huh?
Can you pump my brakes?
I'd rather not. Anyway,
Shattering like glass.
so okay, I just want to say like the reason why I'm so enthralled with Charli playing herself in a situation that didn't happen. or I think probably why I think that is so difficult is because, okay, I'm not an actor. The experience, like my acting experience goes as far. Yeah, what was that?
Liam's being rude.
It's okay. My acting experience goes as far as high school theater, and like random videos I made in high school. Like that's as far as it goes. And I remember like when I was in high school theater, that I don't know, maybe I was trash, but that didn't feel that difficult to me to act as someone else. Like for me, it was, I don't know if professionals have the same mindset, but for me, it was like, I gaslight myself into thinking that I am this character. And then it's not that difficult.
And it's kind of fun too. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, what is this person like? I want to be, I'm going to pretend that.
But then when I would make like, I remember the one that sticks out to me the most is I made a video with my buddy Jake, not Jage, different Jake.
I don't even care then.
Yeah, well, it was like he was the best man in one of my good friend's weddings, and we made a video together as like the first half of his speech, basically. And in that video, it's a long story. I'm not going to explain why that made sense, but it did make sense. And part of the video was I pushed him into a lake naturally, and I had like one line of dialogue, and it was like, think of these people, like listing a bunch of people, and it was so bad. And I was playing myself talking to Jake about to push him into a lake. And like,
Jake in the lake.
And it was Jake in the lake. And it was awful. Guys, it was so bad. Like I was like, think of Taylor. Think of Paige. Like I could not do it.
Yeah.
But if I was someone else pushing him in the lake, it would be easy. Yeah. So I don't know. That's just like
I got like two characters I can be though. I can be like Ditz, Valley Girl, stoner, persona, or I can be like douchebag frat boy. That's like, or I can be like old Italian dad. And I don't know. Sometimes I can do like an old, like a 80-year-old woman from Brooklyn or something. But like I got 4 characters and that's it. And those are the only things that I can do. And I think I see parts of myself in all of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's different though. Like I think most actors.
I think
see
that's
parts
why.
of themselves
Because they can find themselves in a lot of things.
So playing yourself, I think, is just kind of separating the different parts of yourself and like diving into certain.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have like a strategy for how you're going to like tackle that. But I do agree. Like, if I were given a role and they were like, "This is your character. Your name is John. You were born here at this time." Blah blah. And I'm taking all this in. I'm like, oh, okay, how does John move? And I'm imagining all that stuff. But if somebody came up and like, "Hey, we're gonna throw you in this movie. We just need you to be yourself," and then I'd be like, well, what is myself?
What would I do in this situation?
Yeah, I'm like, what would I do? But like, also, I want to be cool. So like, am I cool even? And then I'm like starting to think about like, I think that is like pretty difficult. Yeah. But like I said, it or like how you were saying, like if you can kind of center yourself and like kind of compartmentalize like these different versions of yourself and like be like, all right, here's the piece of me that is anxious about a lot of things. I'm gonna dive deeper into this.
Like I know how this bitch acts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like this is me when I'm like super excited. Like I know how I act in every different type of like. I know how I am when I am in a certain mood.
It was probably really nice for her to explore that.
It was probably therapeutic, I feel like.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like that would be really like, I don't know, it'd be like an Inside Out, how all the different emotions are inside Riley's head. It'd be like if Riley just like joy for a little bit. Okay, now I want sadness. Okay, now I want anxiety. Like I feel like playing yourself would be like every day would feel a lot different. Honestly, it would probably be really like trippy.
I don't think I would like it. I think it would be really bad.
Shit's too meta.
It's too much.
I think even apart from her performance, and I would like to know more about, what relationship Charli and Aidan Zamiri had, like, while making this, like, what, like, she's obviously doing more behind the camera.
He had worked with her on music videos a few times and shoots before that. I think they had like a pretty
good relationship.
I think they had a lot of trust in each other for like the creative vision.
Yeah. I just think she's like brilliant. I think she's awesome. And I love that, like, I think she's very, very creative. I think she's very funny, and I think she's really smart. And like, I just love that she is also like a cinephile, you know, and she's kind of locked in with like Criterion, and I mean, they had her like do The Closet, and she like loves Ingmar Bergman, and she just is kind of like a nerd about movies, and she has like a deep appreciation for like the movie industry. And like, I don't know. I mean, one of my favorite podcasts is The Big Picture, and every now and then they'll just go through what Charli XCX has been watching. And I don't know, it's fun. Like, she cares deeply about this stuff. And I think the way she tackles it, like I said, with this rehearsal, Nathan Fielder type stuff, I think, or like Benny Safdie too, like the Smashing Machine kind of vibe, like I would fit in with this. The Marty Supreme stuff feels a lot more fictionalized to me. I think Benny incorporates a little bit more like reality.
I think I've seen people talk about the Safdie brothers and the moment, and and they've been in the same conversation quite a few times.
Marty Supreme
5 bags.
She gave it 5 stars.
I think she likes
Not good.
all the Safdie stuff.
And you can tell just by watching this, but
I like the way she did it in this.
I think she's a genius.
More than I like the way Marty Supreme did. But I don't know. I feel like I just care about Charli as a character already going into it. And that's why I liked that style more, because the anxiety was like more me rooting for her. In Marty Supreme, I had to like try to figure out why I was rooting for anybody. And I was like, oh, fuck this guy.
Right.
But like in the moment, I was like, come on, girl, get up. Come on. Like, why are we, no, don't let that slide. Like, I was like actively like, no, like, you know better than that when I was watching it.
like that's my friend, stop.
Like, that's literally my girl. Why are you acting like that?
I kind of want to
That's kind of what it's like when you are like acting like a dumbass and you're overwhelmed and you're not taking care of yourself and you're being overworked. Like, I don't know. I think she just wanted, I don't know. The first thing I said when I left the theater was like, I feel like she wanted to be like, hey guys, sorry for being kind of weird sometimes, but it's just like this is basically kind of what I've been dealing with, but I don't really know what it is that I've been dealing with, but this is as good as I can wrap it up as, so here it is. And it's just like, I always feel like her art is her just trying to explore herself and navigate life. Like, I feel like it's always just very, very personal, and it's very her and true to whatever her vision is. Like, it doesn't ever feel crazy calculated, but it does feel like there's a lot of time and effort and care that goes into everything that she makes.
I think both of you guys would really like the How I'm Feeling Now documentary, because it is like, it explores exactly that thing, but like almost in real time, like as she's dealing with it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun because she'll wake up and be like, I'm going to make a song today. I'm going to see what I can do. And she just kind of does it, and you get like a little peek. I kind of want to explore the ending a little bit of the moment.
I low-key for gore.
It's like,
wait. Before we do that, can we talk about the way it looks and the score? Oh my fucking God, the score. Oh my God. A.G. Cook. Oh my God. It's just like, I pre-ordered it on vinyl from the A24 website, and I will be listening to that like crazy. The score was perfect. We knew it was going to be amazing. It was even better than I thought it could be. The visuals were, I was eating that shit up the entire time. So beautiful, so kind of like ridiculously shot, and every, like, I don't know. It was it kind of reminded me of a lot of my my photography and what my eyes drawn to. I think the visuals the entire time were so fun. And
I agree. I think it had like a Safdie feel to it, like almost like a voyeuristic kind of. I mean, it is a mockumentary, so it's like we're literally following them around.
But like the color grading on it too was just, it felt very Safdie. It felt very like kind of uncut gems,
kind of cool and greenish. And
yeah,
kind of grungy.
Yeah, like kind of like shot in New York City vibes, but like not a little bit more dreamy than that. I don't know. I felt like I wanted every still from the entire movie hung up. I want a book of all the stills of every single one.
I loved that AG was making the music. I thought that was so awesome. And then like so many other of like that realm of music cameos, like the Shy Girl cameo. That was literally my whole review for the movie was Shy Girl cameo, Shy Girl cameo.
I love her. I love Shy Girl. She's so fucking cool. It's insane. Like she's so good.
Slime. Don't even get me started on Slime.
The 365 remix, Shy Girl remix, is on my playlist of favorite songs of all time. Like I love her. She's just so good. But all the cameos were so fun.
So fun.
So fun. What do you think about Kylie?
I don't really care. I mean, like,
really?
Like, I wasn't gonna freak out because Kylie was in it. I was just like, all right.
But like, what do you think about?
Laughing.
What do you think about her character and like her place in the film?
I did like that. I like how catty it was. So for people who like listening and didn't see it, or for people who just forgot, Charli needed to take a break. This was when she was already in Ibiza, right?
Yeah, she went to Ibiza because she was freaking the fuck out.
She needed to take a break.
Was like, I want to do a spa day.
Right, you take it away.
And they were like, okay, go see Maria. Hi. And she gets there to go see Maria, and she's like the best in the world. Like all the supermodels, pretty bitches, they all go to Maria to cleanse their aura and their face. And Charli goes and she like is laying down and there's like red light on her and she's getting ready for her facial, and Maria's basically telling her that she's like stressed, getting old, and she's chopped and she's unk. And Charli like kind of starts to freak out and she's like, bitch, what? Like, why are you telling me that? Like, I'm trying my best. And then Maria's like, you got to figure it out, girl. Like, there's bad aura, bad energy. You are going to get ugly because of this. And she's like, what the hell? And so she gets up and she leaves and she's pissed off.
Well,
and
I
her
think
face
doesn't she say like she can't? She's like, I can't even like give you a spa.
Yeah, she didn't even touch her.
Oh,
she's
yeah,
like,
she was like,
because the aura is too bad or something.
Yeah, she was like, you have like too much bad energy.
She's
Or
like,
she was
I
like,
can't-
there's nothing that I can do to help was also, I think, part of it until you figure out yourself.
Yeah.
And so Charli gets up, crash out mode, so pissed off.
She's all like sunburnt.
Her face is bright red, her hair is insane. This part was so good. I think I loved this part because it's so just like comically real. Like, you know, I am gonna like look the worst at the gym and see the prettiest bitch I know walk in.
Yeah,
like,
Kylie Jenner spawns in.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be walking out and it's gonna be like and Kylie Jenner with the black hair, and she's like her being taller than Charli and like her tits out and like her face is like low key beat, but like it just looks kind of airbrushed, and she's just like, oh my god, hey girl, you look so good, and Charli's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
She's like, yeah, I just saw Maria. She got me so right.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she was great. She was great. Oh my god, I just like am gonna go do my session with Maria. I always see her. Isn't she amazing? It's just like, it's just too good. Like whenever I'm down bad and I look like it and I go outside, there's always some girl that like I'm going to see and I'm gonna be like, fuck, she's killing it, and I'm literally doing nothing. And,
You
like,
know,
I'm chopped.
maybe I'm taking it this way because I'm not a girl. But
Oh boy, what's he gonna say?
when that scene to me was like Charli saw Kylie and Kylie was almost like a refresher and was like, because she was like the way they were speaking was kind of like passive aggressive, but it wasn't like petty. I think Kylie was literally like, girl, you got this. Like, don't let. Am I?
Yeah, you're off base.
No. I agree.
No, I don't. And I know that you have more authority than I do on this, but I watched a New Girl episode about this, and it was like the worst thing you can say, according to New Girl, is, oh, your shoes look so good. Like, that's the vibe I was getting from that. Oh, I love those shoes on you.
I think Kylie was being genuine.
No, yeah, I think that Kylie was being genuine, but the mindset that Charli was in after that was like never going to take a compliment genuinely because she was so down bad on herself.
I see. So honestly, like the fact that we disagree was probably what they were going for in that
Yeah,
sense. Where
probably.
It's like, from Charli's eyes,
I
it was
took it
catty.
as like she's like, okay, I need to get my shit together. I need to go back and do this tour.
Yeah, I don't think Kylie was on some mean girl shit, but I think that Charli was on some insecure girl shit and wasn't able to take the compliment and was like, she's being condescending towards me.
I took Kylie as like the Obi-Wan of the story.
I took her as like the everything Charli feels, because Kylie Jenner is an interesting choice there too, because the Kardashians and Jenners have been setting the beauty standard for women for the past few years, past decade or so, and perpetuating the same beauty standard that we're all talking about and feeling the pressures of and whatnot. And I think her being a little bit taller than Charli and her hair is all perfect and it's black and she like kind of has similar features, but she's just kind of yassified and like white girlified.
Yeah.
That I'm like, she's like a Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I think that it was just I think that it was a good obvious pick. And I think that Kylie's acting was good because she just had to like kind of be like a hey girly, and then Charli's crash out was great.
Oh my gosh.
And so real. And then when she goes back to her hotel room, she's like, of course you're fucking here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just proceeds to open a bottle of wine and chug it and then freak out. Like, I don't know. I feel like everybody's been there, right, guys?
Right. I've been there.
I don't really like wine that much. Guys, what
How
does that say
dare
about
you.
me?
How dare you?
It says
Not the wine
you
thing.
kind of,
Wait, what does that say about
I
me?
was going to say, you kind of need to grow up.
Wine is so good. I'm about to become a sommelier.
That's true. Yeah, you're just saying that because you think your boss might be watching. What does it say about me that you guys both thought that Kendall was being Kylie whatever? It's all the same. That you thought that she was being genuine and I didn't.
You have anxiety.
Nuh-uh.
Well,
Nah.
you never really, I don't know. It was like, why did you feel like she was not being, did you feel like she was just being like condescending?
It did feel that. I don't know, because I'm not like a big like words of affirmation guy myself. I don't really like them. And so for me, like
Fucking affirmation.
facts.
I took
No,
it.
I'm big on affirmations actually.
But no, like it was just she always looks good. All right. But in that moment, she didn't look great. She looked like you could tell how stressed out she was. And so for me, if I look like that and then someone comes up to me and is like, oh, you look so good, I'd be like, shut up.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say right now? You were either lying to my face. Like, what game are we playing? So I guess that's for me. I think that's why
I think she just ran into Kylie and she was just being like a girl's girl and was like, I think Kylie was like zen and like she was like,
yeah, like I think Kylie was
and-
like in her like I'm healing.
Yeah.
And like Kylie also like is a mom. Like
Yeah.
she's just like had a completely different trajectory than Charli, who just released the Party Girl
yeah.
album 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like the same age.
Metaphorical
So
cocaine.
it's just like metaphorical cocaine. It's just like really dramatic and really obvious and really funny because they're both it girls in their own way.
Mhm.
And everybody thinks that they're hot and amazing and gorgeous and awesome. But, you know, sometimes you just feel chopped and because you're stressed out and you're not taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's just was a really good way of putting that on screen and showing that. Like, I thought that was just like goofy, honestly, and very I don't know. It was very like, yeah. Like I was like, this is good, and you would put this here. Like I don't know. I just like felt right.
I want to talk about the ending because I think it's funny that after all that, well, I mean, we get the credit card crash thing after that too, but it's almost like we were talking like a dig at like the Swiftie Eras tour because it's like you're rooting. Obviously, we know how the Brat tour went, and we know what Brat is like, and it's funny because Charli has been expanding on Brat and has been, I don't want to say milking it, but like she did Brat, but it's not Brat. It's completely, but it's completely different.
This remix album
is so fucking good.
Is so fucking good and is very, very thoughtful and calculated.
No, I agree. I agree.
This, I feel like it was always gonna be. It was never like, oh, let's make a remix album. It was like we're gonna have a remix album when we're making this, and it's going to involve all the people that I love and appreciate and want to work with,
like Bon Iver.
And it's going to be an exploration of self, art, and human connection.
Yeah, my point is that like we have so much Brat, and it's like as you're watching the movie, you're thinking, we got to get fucking Johannes out of here. And like, how are they going to like maneuver this? And they don't. Like Charli comes back, and her releasing her stress is just being like, okay, and just kind of like giving in. And they go through with like Johannes's vision for expanding on Brat Summer. And it's like it's like Brat and like a chalk font and it like capital B, and it's like the tour.
Amazon presents.
Yeah. And it's like
forget
just
everything
so
you
funny.
know about Charli XCX.
Yeah.
A whole new exploration of Brat.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny. And it's
so funny. I was cackling and also cringing. Like it was hard. It was hard to watch.
It's like cringy.
Imagine, like I can't imagine going to the Brat tour and like it being that. It's just like it was hilarious ending it right there, because where we started was like, yes, this is the moment. This is what we have. And ending it there was like, it felt like sad. And like I was like,
I didn't think it was sad. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was funny, but I also thought it was sad because I was like, the whole point felt like it was, the movie was like an exploration on what happens when you lose control of your own art and because of that, yourself. And you can always come back from that, but at the end of the day, it is all up to you. And the reason that it became the way that it commercialized in the way that it did is because she was not taking control of her art in the way that she, probably did in reality, Like she was like, okay, whatever, guess I'm doing it. And then she let the crash out get to her, and she did all the things that she probably felt compelled to do, or feelings that she felt compelled to lean into over the course of since this album came out. In real life, but in the movie, she's like, I actually did them and lost control of my art, and it became something that is not true to myself.
Right.
And I think people bringing it to Taylor Swift is like kind of...
It's like the ultimate dig at Taylor Swift.
But it's also kind of like...
Microphone.
It's also kind of like not really about her, because... Taylor, yes, there is the beef, but
it's not beef.
I know it's not about Taylor Swift. I'm just saying,
but people are saying that, and I'm like, shut up. No, it's not.
It's actually romantic that we're thinking that.
Yeah,
dude, shut up, Taylor Swift.
That shit was crazy.
That pissed me off so much.
I just think it's funny that like I think the plan was always for the movie to go this way, right? But I think as they were writing it, they were like, we should do like an Eras tour kind of thing, and like it's so just like corporate and cringy, and it's like
Talk about milking an album. Like what every album she releases has an average of like 7 other albums that are just the same album.
Yeah, that's
or
some
something
bullshit.
Like that.
Exactly.
I just made that number up, but it could be true.
No, it's true. She
Is it actually
released,
like 7?
She had like almost 100 people work on her last album, and she released like so many different versions of like it's bullshit, and it's so corporate, and it's not, and it's about money, and there's a way to make a lot of money as an artist while also still respecting your art and the people that work on it. So yeah, don't burp when I'm talking. That was crazy. Sorry, guys, I had to.
I understand.
That's unacceptable.
You got to keep
behavior.
them in line.
That's unacceptable behavior to burp when I'm talking. Anyways, what was I saying?
Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a dumbass. But
I'm looking up her albums.
But she's not the only pop star that's done that. Like, guys, look at Katy Perry's last few tours. There's also girls like Pink who do the like flipping in the air and all this crazy shit, but she also stays true to herself. Like, there's just a line when it comes to pop stars that I feel like you choose to cross or not, and it is all up to you and taking control of your own art. And that goes into like being a woman in the field of pop music. Like, you're always going to be tried to be controlled and like told what to do.
Yeah. I think that also just has to do with the industry altogether. Like not even, I think that's just every artist is going to be manipulated and gaslit. But yeah, I suppose women would supposedly like be an easier target.
I'm just thinking
eyes.
in the pop realm of things.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because pop stars have like a track record for being taken advantage of, for being young women, for being, just commercialized without their permission, basically.
Right.
And their art kind of the reins have been taken away from them.
Right.
And I think that's what makes Charli XCX so important and cool, is that she really cares about her art and likes to stay in control of her art. And I think her biggest fear is probably losing control of that. And that's probably where I don't know how I'm going to end that sentence.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
He made a weird face at me. What are you looking up?
Nothing. I was trying to connect to Wi-Fi.
Do you guys want to hear the list of all 34 versions of the Tortured Poets album that Taylor Swift made? She released 34 versions of that album. Talk about milking albums.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
That's genuinely disrespectful to your fans.
Collector's Edition Deluxe with manuscript. Collector's Edition Deluxe, the Albatross. Collector's Edition Deluxe, the Bolter. This is going to take all day. I don't want to keep
Let's
doing
not.
There is, like, even just going on Spotify, there's like at least 2 or 3 versions of each album that is out.
She did like
every single one.
She did like get her rights for her albums.
That was also scummy though, because she released the Taylor version a year before she bought out all of her rights back. So like, she knew she was getting the rights back, and she still found a way to milk every album she's ever made into a Taylor's version to get even more money.
What's the difference between the Taylor's versions?
She just re-recorded everything pretty much.
Interesting.
So hey, I'll give her credit. Some of them do have like some additional flair. But
the Life of a Showgirl
lazy.
track by track version, and then the Life of a Showgirl. What the hell is a track by track version?
Each track is a different album. You have to buy each one on vinyl.
Like what?
Yeah, I'm like, there's a level of commercialism with any
Track
pop
by
artist.
track.
There has to be.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's their job, obviously. But she actually represents the intersection of capitalism, or not the intersection, capitalism ramming into the art wall. Like,
Yeah.
It's her whole, she is so, everything is so capitalistic and ridiculous. I do think that the light up wristbands was a little bit of a Taylor Swift call out.
Oh, for sure.
But a lot of people have done light up wristbands.
It's a Taylor Swift call out.
But a lot of people have done light up wristbands.
But
Justin Bieber did it.
It's a Taylor Swift call out.
Yeah, but Justin Bieber is perfect.
Yeah. He hasn't done anything wrong.
He has, but
No,
I
he
love
hasn't. I know, I'm kidding.
You shouldn't say that.
I'm kidding. He has. I know that.
We should probably move on.
I think so too.
It's been like an hour.
Yeah.
You're so proud of yourself.
You're yapping.
Whatever.
No, that's what a podcast is for.
I know, it's beautiful yapping. You have a lot of great things to say about this movie.
That's true.
Liam White.
I think you articulated a lot of
Liam White telling a woman she's yapping on the Charli XCX episode of Retconnd.
Happens
I
every
just
time.
said it was
Liam.
good yapping.
No, remember, Liam, we're supposed to be sexist, right? Remember?
True.
Unless Betsy's on. That's what we've learned.
You articulated a lot of really great ideas that this
I don't
movie
even
explored.
fucking know what I said. Like at all.
Honestly,
Trust us, it was good.
In a lot of ways, when that movie ended, I was like, that is like pretty much almost 5 stars. Like, I was like, I could make that a 5-star movie. Just because I think everything that it just did exactly what it wanted to do. Like,
I gave it 5 stars.
Like pretty much perfectly. Like, I don't know. I gave it, I'm at 4 stars, 4 and a heart. I think this is going to be a fun movie that will like age interestingly. I think it's going to be a fun
on a
one.
rewatch.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to go back.
rewatch.
When did you rewatch it?
With Bryn and Elena and
We
you.
saw it for the first time then.
No.
You already saw it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Wow.
Yeah, because I saw it in big
Oh
theater.
yeah, you went with
Because I went with
you
Olivia
went
and
with
Lacey and
yeah. Okay, never mind.
David.
Yeah, I don't know
and
why going into that
Noah,
I thought
think
that was
Kahari, maybe.
my first. I thought we all saw it for the first time. But yeah, I think it will be great on a rewatch and maybe like I don't know.
Can we go see it again today?
It's not on anything
Nah.
anymore. It's not out anywhere.
4
Why?
stars and a heart.
You said 5 stars, right?
I said 5 stars because I love you, Charlie.
Mm.
I love you too, Charlie.
I said 3.5, and I could put my thumb up because it was a high 3.5. I really think that if I rewatched it, it would be a 4. I remember after I was done watching it, I was like, yeah, that was pretty good. And then I texted Anton the next day, and I was like, I think I need to rewatch this because I cannot stop thinking about it.
There's a lot of people that felt like it was underwhelming, and I do see why. Just it worked for me. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think it would be a 4. I'm pretty confident that if I rewatched it, it would be a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of underwhelming,
Shattering like glass.
Under Wuthering.
And that's for breaking up my heart. No, we knew it was gonna be bad, guys.
We did, but I was like, I had some faith. I had a little bit of faith.
It was like, like I walked out and I was like, really? Like, are you kidding me?
well,
We're talking about Wuthering Heights now.
let's not get too ahead of ourselves here.
Whatever.
We're talking about Wuthering Heights now.
It's
I'm gonna
true.
get an attitude when we talk about Wuthering Heights.
Yo,
guys. I
low
can't help
key,
it.
can we do like a piss break?
Yeah.
The chains of love are cruel. I shouldn't feel like a prisoner. What did you think of that?
What did you think of that retcon?
What did you think of that?
You know what sucks about being 24?
What?
I have acne like a teenager.
Let's talk about it.
I have
oh my
acne
God, me
like a
too.
teenager. I have a receding hairline like a 50-year-old. I have a bad back like a 70-year-old.
Oh wait, I want my sunglasses.
And I have no money like a teenager.
Yep.
That's the worst thing about about this age. All right, Wuthering Heights.
Well,
I already did that. Oh,
and
Wait,
we're back.
Sorry, I need to read this.
that's okay.
So we just took a short break. Welcome back to the same episode of Retconnd.
Well, they didn't go anywhere. We did. We should be welcoming ourselves back.
Welcoming ourselves back.
Wait, can I just go? I want to go to Sophie night tonight.
You can go to Sophie night.
I don't know what that is.
Holy shit.
Sophie night.
It's like a
Do you know who Sophie is?
Yeah, Liam doesn't like Sophie. I tried to play him a Sophie song. I played hard, and he was like, I don't really mess with that. I love Sophie. Like We Never Said Goodbye. Oh my gosh. That song gets me going. Look, when I learned about Charli, hyperpop was unlocked for me. My life was forever changed.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Yeah. Sophie's one of the best artists ever.
Caroline Polachek.
But every year DJ Boywife hosts a Sophie night.
Oh.
And
Alice?
it's
No,
changes.
it's at Design Collective.
It's at
Oh.
Design Collective
I don't
tonight.
even know what that is.
It's in North Side.
Yeah, it's where we hosted the event that we threw
Mm.
a few weeks ago. Or 2 months ago now, actually.
Should we get Wuthery?
Let's get Wuthered.
Wuthered. Yo, just before we get into this, I need to say that I was texting my mom while I was watching that movie. My mom is a huge Emily Brontë fan. Like, she loves all the Brontes except for the brother. And I was texting her updates. I was like, yeah, Mom, did this happen in the book? And my mom was just so upset. Every time I would say
Yeah.
anything, my mom was like, they didn't even have sex in the book.
Yeah.
It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's first preface. Have you read the book?
I haven't.
Have you read the book?
Nope.
We should get Eric on.
None
I
of
know.
us
I wanted
have read the
wanted
book.
to get Eric on, but I mean, in all honesty, I just did not text them.
It's okay.
I don't know if Eric would have wanted to, but
None of us
Um,
have read the book. I have consumed a lot of media about this,
Okay.
though.
So you have a good idea.
So I have a good idea of how the book worked from hearing a lot of different people talk about it.
Yeah.
So if what I say is wrong,
Forgive us.
sorry, I'm just
Please.
gonna act like I know what I'm talking about, as well as I can. And if I'm wrong, just let me know.
So, all right. So this synopsis has nothing to do with the book. The synopsis is for the 2026 movie, Wuthering Heights.
yeah.
With quotes.
Starring Margot Robbie,
Yes.
guest starring.
Guest
No, I
starring?
said yes.
No, I said guest
Oh.
starring.
Why is it guest starring?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm being fucking
Wuthering
weird.
Heights, 2026, directed by Emerald Fennell.
I thought it was Fennell.
I think it's Fennell.
Okay.
I've heard Fennell and Fennel.
I've heard Fennell more. I think it's Emerald Fennell. I was saying Fennell earlier, but I think I've like the interviews I've seen with.
I've always said
people, they
Emerald Fennel.
Fennell.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm wrong.
Fennell.
You might be right though.
Emerald.
Maybe.
Fennell.
Don't stop it.
Girl.
Starring Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi,
Guest starring Margot Robbie.
No, guest starring Jacob Elordi.
Oh.
Hong Chow, Allison Oliver, Shazad Latif, a variety of other people.
Yeah. So it follows these.
Come undone. Come undone.
Is that the synopsis
That's
according to
that's
Letterboxd?
what it says on the tag. Come undone.
Okay, just read the synopsis.
Synopsis according to Letterboxd.
I need to look at pictures of it.
Tragedy strikes when Heathcliff falls in love with Catherine Earnshaw, a woman from a wealthy family in 18th century England. That's like a really horrible description.
Yeah,
for
was
this
she
book,
that
actually.
wealthy? She didn't seem
She
that wealthy.
becomes wealthy.
Yeah, but the family wasn't. The whole point. Okay, that synopsis sucks actually. And is
No, they were
wrong.
wealther at the beginning.
Were
They were
they?
like semi-wealthy, and then he like became a drunk, and
Okay.
they lost all their money.
I guess they were semi-wealthy, but not compared to their neighbors. Their neighbors, they were wealthy.
Yeah, they were wealthy.
Yeah. All right. So Heathcliff was like a little stray boy,
Mhm.
and they take him in, and then he low-key gets like super abused by the papa.
Mhm.
And so he's like low-key like a part of the family with Kathy,
Mhm.
and then they're really cute, but he's also still like a servant,
Mhm.
and then he falls in love with her. She's also like high-key in love with him, but they don't say nothing.
Well, they're just like they have this budding relationship when they're young kids.
Yeah.
And I think within like the 20-minute mark, we get a little time jump. They're older now. They're Jacob Elordified and Margot Robbified.
Right.
And a wealthier family moves in next door. I mean, they're a while away, but there's another property, big, beautiful, elegant home that, let's see, what was this guy's name?
I forgot, but
I'm scrolling.
well, you
I'm gonna
find
go.
that, yeah. Margot Robbie is like, I guess I got to marry this dude because he's
Edgar.
rich.
Edgar was his name of the.
She's like, I'm never gonna make it out. Like, I'm gonna be poor forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta marry him
Mm-hmm.
because even if I love Heathcliff, like Heathcliff is literally poor, and we're just gonna be poor forever and struggling. So I should marry Edgar because I'll be able to have the glitz and the glam.
Yeah. And then the whole rest of the movie is them being in love with each other, but also hating each other
Mm-hmm.
because they're upset with how their lives turned out not together. So they try to intentionally torment each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the whole movie, right? I feel like I'm not really missing anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The whole entire second
And
act
then
is just sex
Catherine-
scenes for the most part.
And then Catherine dies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, everybody. But
Isn't that the point? We got to talk about that.
That
Well-
happened halfway through the book. And that was the
Yeah,
end of
there's
the
a part
movie.
1 and part 2 of Wuthering Heights, right?
They didn't announce it.
I don't know if it's part 1 and part 2 or if it's just like one half and this only covered the first half of the book. But in the book, also, Catherine doesn't die, I don't think.
She does. The whole
Or-
second half is a
or
ghost
no,
story.
she does die. It's the daughter's POV then.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And then Kathy's a ghost after that.
Okay.
And like not a metaphorical ghost. Like I'm pretty sure she's just like a real ghost haunting Heathcliff.
yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
I've heard like so the story. Well, first let's get into the we'll dig into the story, but
Thumbs?
right now we'll thumb each other. We're at the Wuthering Heights 2026 is at a 2.8 average on the box. So again,
Higher
we'll be
or lower
doing
than a
higher or lower than
2.8?
2.8. Yeah. According to the letterbox spread. 3, 2, 1. Lower.
Wow.
Higher?
I think I rated it higher.
Okay.
How are you feeling right now? Do you think it's higher or does it deserve higher or lower than a 2.8 average?
I think I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, but I'm asking you like right now, how are
How
you
do I feel
how
now?
are you feeling? Do you think it is better or worse than 2.8?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably
enough.
worse. Probably 2.5.
Probably lower.
Yeah, probably lower. But I think that I gave on first watch was like,
No, that's fine.
actually that's the only time I've only watched.
I watched it last night for the first time with
Yeah.
Anton.
Mr. Anton, I
It's
love him.
really
Shout out
uncomfortable just
Anton.
like going on a date with one of my good friends
Yeah.
watching Wuthering Heights.
It wasn't even that spicy for real.
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into
Whatever,
it.
I was
We
pissed
can't
off.
jump in. I believe again, we're not experts here, especially on this book, but
I'm an
I
expert on
believe-
nothing.
Nope.
that Hong Chau's character, she is the narrator of the book of Wuthering Heights.
I think I read this in high school. I think I remember reading this in high school, and it jumps narration. So you
Yeah.
get, but I think she's the main narrator.
Yeah.
Like Nellie's like the one, and then outside of that is like you still get like Catherine's POV and you still get Heathcliff's POV.
Mhm. And I think like people have pointed out that it's like, oh, it's a hard book to adapt because like the perspectives are constantly changing, and there's a Catherine and there's a Catherine and there's multiple names
Because
being
her
thrown
daughter's
around.
name is also Catherine.
But I've also heard that people are like, I mean, yeah, the perspectives shift, but it's like really not that complicated to understand. Like, it is a book that many, many people really love. Like, it is like classic literature that people really adore. I think if it was
mean,
like
if
a
we were reading it
terribly
in, like, our-
confusing book, it wouldn't be so highly regarded.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it really can't be that difficult.
And I mean,
also,
we read it when we were like 16.
yeah,
Like if you're handing it to a bunch of 16-year-olds to read and write about,
yeah.
like it's got to be a little
comprehensive.
Yeah.
Well, they also adapt it like once every 5 years. Like, let's
Yeah.
not like, act like this is the first time it's been adapted.
I watched
think
one of
there's
the
been
older
a couple
ones.
TV movies. I think
yeah, they did
the-
like a BBC one, I think.
yeah. There was one that was adapted in like the 30s. It was like I think 1939
I think
was
that's
like
the one I
first
watched.
one. Yeah. And yeah, there's been many of them. Tom Hardy has played Heathcliff, and I mean, I guess we can start off with the whole whitewashing of Heathcliff's character.
I feel like we don't have to get too
Yeah,
too
we don't
into
have.
that because it's been beaten to death. But
Yeah,
I do want to make something clear first off, though. He was supposed to be a gypsy.
hmm
People, I even talked to Eric about this, and even they didn't like acknowledge that. I'm like, that is a pretty big part of
Mhm.
Heathcliff's character, is that he's supposed to be a gypsy, and he is supposed to be darker skinned. I don't think he's supposed to be necessarily like black.
He's not supposed to be white though.
He's definitely not supposed to be
Yeah.
white, but just so
Yeah.
that we're all on the same page, I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I
But
think like
No.
pretty sure he's a
throughout,
brown gypsy.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
pretty sure that's
throughout-
accurate.
throughout the novel, I think there's like many allusions to like different types of, like darker skinned ethnicities. Like people are like, he could be like Indian or could be, it's not white though. And I think
Yes,
that's
sir.
Yeah.
that's obviously an important part to his character because
Absolutely.
like he is a young lost boy who is essentially like purchased to come into this family and be like a servant to them. And the way he's treated, like, I think
Is that
largely
he's
has
less
to do
than.
with the
Yeah.
color
Without
of his
a doubt.
skin. Yeah.
And I don't mind switching up races for acting. I don't think that like race should get in the way of someone who wants to play a character for the most part. Like, give me Black Hermione. That
Yeah.
would be sick.
Yeah.
I have some issues with Black Snape just because like the whole Death Eaters thing is supposed to be, this is a whole
Aren't
different
they supposed to
topic.
be like Nazis?
They're supposed to basically be white supremacists, like, and I feel like that kind of ruins the analogy a little bit.
Yeah. I think
But anyway,
But
if the
yeah,
character,
if
if
it's
it doesn't
relevant,
matter,
then who cares? But if it's
There's
relevant,
a lot of characters where race isn't relevant, like from book to movie adaptation.
like
Right.
people
But
wanting, like
if it's
people complaining about like
specified-
James Bond.
If
like,
it's specified in the book, I just think that's some weird shit to switch up,
I
and
totally
it's just
agree. I totally
unnecessary too. And I think it's annoying that Edgar was not a white man and
yeah.
Heathcliff was Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
like-
They swapped that.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys are just trying to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are literally just trying to, because just make the same fucking movie.
She's like rage baiting.
Yes, the whole thing feels like it was a PR rage bait mess.
I've
But-
also seen people like pinpointing Nellie's character too as like, because she, at least from this movie's perspective, is more or less like the antagonist of
Yeah,
the
but
story.
she's
Yeah,
awesome
she's
in the
more of
book.
like a
She-
villain. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's an Asian American character, and it's like we could also get into how Emerald Fennell is like grew up very, very wealthy. Like her parents are pretty well known and incredibly well off, and she grew up in a wealthy home, and
which is the opposite of the Brontes.
yeah, and it's like this story is like exploring classism and poverty, and I don't
Which
know.
she loves to talk about.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, it's explored in
But it's a little-
Saltburn.
Saltburn.
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen Promising Young Woman. I'm interested in checking that one out. But
I've heard the best things about Promising Young Woman, but I have not seen it. Saltburn, I think kind of it's I like Saltburn, but there are a few, if you want to get into like the ethics of in class dynamics and such in Saltburn, I think that Emerald Fennell just like kind of handles the class discussion in a strange way.
It's just
Where-
out of touch.
And I'm kind of like, well, who's this for?
she
or-
reminds me of the McDonald's CEO taking a bite out of that burger.
Yeah, it's like, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
I'm reading. I have like an article pulled up from Vanity Fair, just like pinpointing some of the differences in the novel and in the movie. And there, it does say here, Nellie Dean, in an effort to cheer him up on his, it's talking about Heathcliff, and it mentions that that Mr. Lockwood calls him a dark-skinned gypsy, leading some to believe that he is Romani. Mr. Linton, is that Edgar? Edgar Linton?
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Linton refers to him as a little Lascar, or an American or Spanish castaway, with Lascar meaning a South Asian sailor, many of whom worked for England's East India Company. Nellie Dean, in an effort to cheer him up on his lack of known pedigree, tells Heathcliff, "Who knows but your father was Emperor of China and your mother an Indian queen." Yeah. So I don't know. Obviously that whole thing has been explored and talked about.
Yeah.
Straight up just annoying and dumb and didn't need to be that way.
Yeah.
I understand that you wanted to use Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, but it's also unnecessary and you didn't need to do that when part of his character is about race. And I understand it being like your own adaptation, making it a love story and whatnot, because people can do whatever they want with classic literature remakes and different tellings of different stories. Like, you are allowed to do that, but this just felt almost intentionally
Rage bait.
yeah. What's the word?
Intentionally missing the point. It feels like it almost feels like this movie is the
intentionally
antithesis.
Controversial. Yeah,
this movie's like the antithesis of Wuthering Heights. Again, this is coming from someone who hasn't read the book, but from what I understand, it's like this movie stands for the opposite of what the book seems to stand for.
Yeah, and it just seems like, I mean, it just seems like the people who were making it like just they lost the plot really early on.
Yeah.
And then they were all like supporting each other and everybody was like, yes, best idea ever. And there was nobody kind of in the room that was like, wait, guys, this is, don't you think? It just kind of seems like, I don't know. Beautiful visuals.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks good.
The
there's also,
costume
I've heard-
design is a little goofy, I will say.
Honestly,
Catherine's costume design was odd. It felt like very modern in comparison to everybody else's.
Mhm.
And I think that was definitely like a choice that they intentionally made, but I don't think I liked it. I thought that I just kind of felt like her dresses, I was like,
honestly, I didn't like. I thought that the production and costume design were cool. I'm not like a huge stickler if something is like period accurate or not. And like I loved Charlie's score. I think it fit really well with what Emerald was going for. One thing though, and this could be because when Emerald approached Charlie she asked Charlie to make a song. She just wanted one song from Charlie for the movie. And apparently
like,
Charlie
I
read
really
the
like
script.
the script. I'll give you an album.
Yeah, and she just made a whole album
I wrote
and
you
gave
an
it to
album,
them.
actually.
I personally think that Charlie was incredibly underutilized in the movie. And she's like, they really don't use her all that much. Like there's the montage scene of them like kind of falling in love.
And it's kind of like, come on. Like, yes, you have to have that. You have to have that.
But that's really it.
Can we have more of this? Can this actually feel like romantic or yearning? Like the music, the score, the album is, it feels very like yearning, dancing in the rain, like very, very dramatic. And I just didn't feel like the connection between Catherine and Heathcliff while you're watching the movie hit like that. Like it didn't feel like, I wasn't really rooting for them. I wasn't feeling any yearning. I wasn't like, I want them to be together or they can't be together. I was feeling literally nothing. I was like, why do I care about these characters right now? Like Catherine isn't really likable.
Yeah. And actually they're not supposed to be. I asked my mom that too. I was like, am I supposed to care about these characters? Am I supposed to like them? I was like, no, you're not supposed to like them.
But they're supposed to be younger in it. So it's like their actions make more sense.
Yeah,
like I feel like
yeah.
Margot Robbie was it felt like she was kind of
I mean, she's twice as old as Catherine is.
And it kind of
supposed to be in
felt
the
like she
novel.
was like being like childish in it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I liked that. I think it was just like,
Honestly, that it reminded me a bit of and this isn't a big dig. I really enjoyed Greta Gerwig's Little Women, but there are many times throughout that movie because it jumps between
I haven't seen
Jo March when she's older and she's publishing the book, and there's like the flashback sequences where it's her with Florence Pugh and Emily Watson and I'm fucking blanking on the fourth sister, but Florence Pugh's character in that movie is supposed to be like 13, but it's Florence Pugh. She's the youngest of the March sisters, and they're like running around. They're acting like middle school girls, but they're all like 25, and it's a little bit like those performances to me are just very silly sometimes, and it's kind of odd. And I got the same vibe from this one because it's like it would make so much more sense the way that they're acting if they were young, like 17, 18. They're like not even fully developed, and especially with it being like what in the
with
19th century and she has to get
her-
married.
well,
you
with
know?
her also kind of like learning about her sexuality and like
And she looks
discovering
40.
sex and yeah, and it's just kind of like, okay, bro, like you already know, like
It really wasn't a good idea, this casting.
no, the
No,
casting was
no.
really bad.
For them two, at least. And I like
I don't
liked-
think either of them should have been in these roles.
Yeah. I liked everybody else.
But their performances are great for what they had, but I just think that it shouldn't have been them. They both look too old for me.
It could have even been like, I don't think it should have been Margot Robbie, but if it had to have been, I think it would have been more interesting if Edgar and Heathcliff were flipped.
Literally, yes.
The actors. Because I thought the dude playing Edgar, what was his name? Shazad Latif was, I thought he was a very, very handsome, dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
And it would have, like, if you're going to make them older,
His performance was good.
flip them. And then have Heathcliff, or not Heathcliff, but have Jacob Elordi play Edgar as like this super wealthy, tall, muscular, like beautiful man that you want to, but and then I think that
It
would have
would be
been more
really
interesting.
interesting. Yeah,
100%.
because it would also be like, as somebody watching who like everybody fucking like everybody drools over Jacob Elordi, okay, and Margot Robbie, we know this. But like as a viewer, I think watching that, because it would be a little bit more of like no, don't, because Jacob Elordi also is good at being like evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's great at being evil. And that's why I thought it was weird what they did with the whole Isabella arc. That girl on her hands and knees choosing to be like that was very strange to me.
Yeah.
The writing letters to Catherine, and it's in the book, I'm pretty sure that she like is like, I'm being tortured here. This man is doing some really bad things to me.
Yeah. I really didn't get that Heathcliff was all that violent. And
He was a little scary for a minute there.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like he was like, he asked for consent to like use her like, he's like, I want to use you to make Catherine jealous.
He did warn her.
Yeah.
But like, he asked
Which
her
is
if he could.
obviously horrible. Like he's being bad.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like with respect to like the book, for him to be like asking for consent and telling her like, and being like, he's essentially like, is it okay if I use you like this? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, it is like I mean, it is like an evil, like dark scene. Like it doesn't feel good to like see her be like yes and to see him ask those things. But I think that it would have been more impactful if he just kind of was like, I'm going to do this and you're going to be okay with it. And he was scarier.
Yeah.
But it also would have been a little bit jarring, I think, because of how light things kind of felt before that.
Yeah, I mean, we can't sit here and criticize or like theorize what would have been better because the whole script was bad. Like we can't be like,
Yeah.
well, with everything else that wouldn't have made sense. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
Like it just didn't. Like none of it was good.
It's
it
also
was just
entirely
like brain
missing.
slop.
Yeah.
Like,
It's entirely missing Henley, who is Catherine's biological brother,
Oh.
who is in the book, and he is actually the one that becomes a raging drunk gambler that
loses all the money because the dad dies.
yeah, and hates Heathcliff, and he is the one that like I think the father does like beat Heathcliff and treat him horribly as a child, but I think it's largely Henley's character that is like horrible to Heathcliff growing up, and she just got rid of that character and kind of like combined with the dad. I thought the dad was really good.
Me too.
I thought he was really
Also,
really
can
good.
I say something? Yeah, the dad, so good.
He was funny too.
Yeah.
The effects on him, like the way that he looked,
gross and his like
that was
teeth and all that.
good.
Yeah.
The jaundice.
but that's what I
Yeah.
mean. That looked like some that looked like it took place. When was this? 1800s.
Who knows? I don't know.
I was just saying 19th century. Yeah, like 18 something.
I don't know when it was. He looks like he's from like an old Victorian era, and when Catherine puts on those weird little dresses that she's putting on, I'm like, that wouldn't exist then. Like it just doesn't. I don't even know when it is, and it doesn't feel accurate.
She was
to
like
me.
wearing like a latex dress at one point.
Yes. What was that shit? I was like, no. You know what she would have been wearing? A nightgown, bitch. Like a white nightgown, like, or just like I don't know. Her styling choices when she got her money up were weird, and the skin wall was weird. The skin
wall
room
was so weird.
I thought it was cool that it looked like that, and that it was like scans of Margot Robbie's skin that they used to make that.
It's like that's cool, but why? You know?
Yeah.
And my thing, and Marie and I saw this together, and I think like the one thing that we pointed out after the like, okay, if you're gonna ignore all this stuff from the book, and like Emerald Fennell said in an interview, like, oh, this was like my imagination when I was 14, and it was like her like sexual awakening, and that's where people are like, well, that's really weird because the book is like really not sexual. And if it is like a psychosexual thing, it literally says in this article the emphasis is on psycho, and it's like it's violent and like detestable. So it's weird that was her interpretation at 14 reading the novel, and then she puts like this beautiful blonde woman as Catherine, and then she casts Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, and it's like this
It's like a weird like
fantasy.
self-insertion. Yeah.
It's a fan fiction.
But if you're gonna ignore all of that stuff, and
It
you're
feels
gonna
like how like
whitewash Heathcliff,
when you watch Twilight, like you're supposed to be like POV, I'm Bella.
yeah,
Like I'm not watching Wuthering POV, I'm Catherine.
yeah. So
I'm
that,
not like, yes,
that's
so relatable, girl. I'm like, girl, what are you doing?
so she's gonna ignore this. She's gonna make it this erotic romance that's really sexy. Dude, the movie is not sexy at all, in my opinion. I was like, okay, you're gonna ignore all that stuff. You're gonna make your fucking weird, sexy version of Wuthering Heights that shouldn't exist anyway.
That shit better be freaky.
You better make that shit freaky and kinky and weird. And like you have Elordi and Margot. Dude, I'm sorry. Call me vain. There is no nudity in this film. There is
No!
you couldn't see Jacob's Elordi
You couldn't
or
see-
Margot's Robbie's.
No, you couldn't.
Dead ass. And I was like, what?
They have sex like twice for like 3 seconds, fully clothed.
And it was like always in like a montage. Like,
Yeah.
And I was like, there wasn't even like and then there wasn't even like a sex scene, and they were in the barn, and that was like the freakiest that it got when they were in the barn, and she was looking down and she felt Heathcliff like grab her mouth or whatever, because she was staring at the two people doing pony play or whatever. And I was like, okay, that was a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that energy? Why are we not keeping that up? Why are the two worker people's who even were they? Why did I didn't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
Why were they the ones being freaky? I wanted Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie to be freaky. And if you're going to make the whole marketing, if you're going to sell body oil, you little freak weirdo, you better
make it freaky. Yeah.
And I've seen both them be freaky before.
They can do it. They know how.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking about this because I saw The Bride right after I watched Wuthering Heights. And there are moments in The Bride that are more sensual, but significantly less sexual than Wuthering Heights was. I'm like, they need to take notes.
Did you triple feature?
No, just double.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I thought you did The Moment, Wuthering, and The Bride.
No. I saw The Moment a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it was like there are moments in The Bride where it's just like, it's just the bride doing her own thing and being awesome. And I'm like, yo, like this is actually like getting me going a little more than Wuthering Heights did, you know? There was no moment where I was like, oh, that's hot.
And I'm like, if you're gonna
just sweaty backs. The whole thing was sweaty back. Why are there so many sweaty backs?
And I'm like, if you're gonna market it as like a sexy movie, I think that's just the marketing was so out of whack for this, bro.
Yeah.
It was you guys who
I just really didn't think it was like very like sexy or like horny or anything.
It was horny, but it was like high school.
It was like teenager horny.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the
Honestly,
same.
I was like, I don't feel like that anymore.
I'm not comparing these two movies because
him just picking her up from the corset, that I was kind of like, okay, period. Like that's kind of a vibe.
That was it.
But yeah, that was
Like,
that was also in the trailer.
Was so like subtle.
Yeah. That one, that little moment was in the trailer. There is also like those two moments where he puts his fingers in her mouth. Both of those times were in the trailer too.
Right.
There's not even any more finger mouthing.
No, there's not.
You see, like, I'm sorry, watch the trailer. You have seen the movie. That's it. And my point that I forget when I mentioned this earlier. It should have just been
Charli XCX should have just made an album, and then Emerald Fennell should have directed a bunch of music videos for the album, and she could have told whatever weird, like outlandish kind of story she wanted to tell.
And then when
about
you're doing
love and her sexual awakening and whatnot, without it being disrespectful to Emily Brontë.
Yeah. And then when you're doing like an interview and be like, yeah, we thought of this idea of doing a bunch of music videos for this album that Charli wrote.
I'd probably be like 5 stars. I'll watch it 30 million times over again.
And be like, I was inspired by Wuthering Heights. People are like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But like, why did you could have made this movie and just not called it Wuthering Heights, you know?
Yeah. And
you could have just said, I took some stuff from Wuthering Heights and I made like this movie called Come Undone, you know? But like, why did you, because that's where it feels like an intentional.
It feels it feels like rage bait. It feels like intentional controversy.
I want to see how much money
to get more people to go see this film with, it just felt like, the whole thing felt like it baited me. And the best thing that came out of it was a really good album. Like I really do listen to the album and enjoy the album. And there's a lot of really beautiful stills. And I think the way that they played with weather was really cool.
Weathering.
The weather.
Yes.
I loved the weather.
I liked...
We're at 202 million worldwide as of this week.
I liked all their sets. And
80 million
their
budget.
set dressing was beautiful.
Yo, can I talk about the album for a second though? Because I love it. And there were moments at the moment where I was watching Wuthering Heights and I would like be like about to fall asleep. And then a song came on. I lean over to Ant. I'm like, Charlie's gonna save this movie. I'm like, whoa, what is going on?
I thought the rest of the score was like
she would come in, I'd be like, hey, and then she'd go out and I'd be like, okay, back to
I think I was gonna say I'm not like comparing these two movies, but like the whole like this feels like something that literally it feels like something a 14-year-old girl would watch and be like, oh my god, yes, I get it.
If I was 14 and I watched that and I was like my dumbass 14-year-old self would have been like, Yes, like oh my god, 1800s chic.
It's
Like I'm gonna dress like Margot
this is like
Robbie
a
now. I'm gonna braid my
14-year-old
hair
boy
like that.
watching Pulp Fiction. That was my
Yes.
connection. And I like
Yeah, I
I'm
like
sorry,
that. You did
Pulp
say that. It
Fiction
was funny.
is an amazing fucking movie. Like hands down. Tarantino is a better director than Emerald Fennell. But like there's like these, they're kind of floating around in the same like sphere, in my opinion, where it's like, okay, Emerald. Like Tarantino will like do his thing and it's like,
Okay, dude.
fucking
Yeah.
Quentin, dude.
Right.
He's just kind of doing it. I do think that Tarantino is far better, and I like Tarantino to a certain extent.
I mean, Emerald Fennell's only has 3 movies out.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing what she does next, because I don't think
I think
that she is a bad director.
Yeah.
But I think she is a bad writer, and I think that she is very, very out of touch.
Yeah. I was gonna say something about how 14-year-old this is. Did you
Yeah.
guys read my review on Letterboxd?
No, do you want to read it for us?
I'll read it for you. Also, this is a big reveal. I actually didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. So the beginning of my review is not as bad as I thought, but it did also feel like when a child shows you their drawing and they think they're the next Picasso, but really they're a baby with a crayon.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny.
She has a very, very strong visual style, and let me see who the cinematographer was, because Linus Sandgren, he did La La Land. He also did Don't Look Up. He shot Babylon, which is
All
amazing.
of those are very beautiful movies.
Yeah, he has worked with. He's worked with Damien Chazelle after Whiplash. I don't know who shot Whiplash, but then he did First Man. He did he did La La Land, First Man, and Babylon. And I'm assuming if he's been working with him, maybe he'll do Damien's next movie as well. He is also the cinematographer for Dune 3 this year. I think he's great. And I think that I think Emerald with Saltburn 2, because it was shot by the same guy, she has a very, very strong visual palette.
Yeah, she
I
likes
agree.
Mist.
Well, not even, I mean, I liked The Mist too. I loved all the haziness. I thought it just
I
looked
thought it looked
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
I thought it looked good too, but I hope that's not like, I hope she doesn't make every single movie that she does
Just foggy.
It's all just fog. Like
I don't know. I think I like her visual
I don't know.
style, and
I'm into
I
fog.
just I generally like her direction, but I do think it's, I don't know, maybe she just needs to get a bit. Unless
She needs
you
to
are
get
a
a
very-
grip.
She needs to get a grip, and she needs to. She can be a great director with somebody else's script, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that would really eat. Like, maybe like Jacob Elordi, I want to see what he can write. Because the way that he talks about film, I feel like he could
He
write
needs a little more time.
But I feel like he could write some weird shit.
Maybe.
Like, I feel like he could write something really weird.
I think if Jacob wrote something, it would come across a little amateur.
Pretentious
Maybe pretentious and a little amateur, maybe a
at the
little
same
like
time.
that's a bad combination.
yeah.
But I could see that happening because
I
he is
think it
kind of
could
new.
be good, but yeah, he's new, and I think he's kind of navigating this, like he's becoming like a big thing, and I really hope that, I was explaining this when we saw it, there are many great directors that consistently work with the same actors, and I love when that happens, because like Brad Pitt and Fincher, for example, they've worked on many movies together. They have a language together, and if Brad Pitt is in a Fincher movie, it's going to be great. They're great friends. They understand each other well, and they're both great filmmakers, and I like their relationship. And I think any rising star is going to be looking for their director. Like, who am I going to latch onto where we can get that language and have like, we can have our own filmography together and be like, and he's already starting it. I mean, he's in Saltburn. He was just in Wuthering Heights. Who knows if like Jacob is going to be like her guy.
Yeah.
But I hope that Jacob,
She's just going to make him hot guy and
I
everything.
want him to cut ties with them.
And I need him to, okay, I love you, Jacob Elordi. I need you to be a freak more. Like, I need you to be like a monster more. Or
He
like,
was a creature once.
yes, it was great.
And he was great.
And he ate down as a creature. And I just hate when I just hate when it's like we got one guy and he's gonna play hot guy and everything because he's so hot. And it's like, yes, so hot, love to look at him. But like I think that he can do a little bit more than that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's cool to just use him for only hot guy. Why don't we use him as evil guy? Why don't we use him as superhero?
He's great. He is really great at it as a
I want him to be Superman.
He's a good villain. Superman?
Nah.
I just want to see him in that little outfit.
Dude, I could see him as Batman. He'd be a good Batman. He's got that big
he'd be a
chin.
great Batman.
Batman. Yeah.
But I never want to see him as like a Joker.
I love Robert Pattinson as Batman. Though. Yeah, or a villain. I think he's a good villain because there's
but
the
not
whole
the
Nate,
Joker.
The whole Nate
not
Jacobs thing. No, Barry Keoghan is Joker.
Oh my god,
dude! I'm actually about to fucking crash out. I hate Barry Keoghan. Like, I have so much hatred in my heart.
Got an impression.
I don't think I've ever hated anyone more than Barry Keoghan. I
so
literally, dude, I don't know what it is. And if I met him, I'd probably be cool with him. But
I bet he's such a funny little goober.
Dude,
I can see the disdain.
He's like a smear on my shoe. I hate him so much. I look at his face and my day is ruined.
Ringo,
I get that with some people.
You know, he's Ringo, right?
Dude, I'm not watching that movie. I refuse.
He's playing Ringo. Yeah,
I'll watch it.
Why are we making 4 Beatles
Hey
movies?
guys, so here's something that I do need to say to the general public. To the public. No more Elvis movies. No more Elvis content anymore.
You don't need to tell that to the public. You need to tell that to Baz Luhrmann.
No, Baz Luhrmann.
Stop.
Enough is enough. And
I don't think he should have done the Austin Butler one. I think if he wanted, because he just
Austin
did the
Butler Elvis is the bane of my existence.
I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it.
We talked about this in episode 1.
I can now. I'm like now able to watch Austin Butler again, like just now.
I love.
Did Begonia do it for you?
Butler.
Or not Begonia? Eddington. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, he was good in Eddington, but like
that Austin Butler is one of my favorite new actors because he is a very, very handsome guy, much like Jacob Elordi. Very handsome, beautiful, muscular, like model face.
Yeah, he is very like.
But he plays weird little freaks, and he's great at it. And he hasn't done. I think this is maybe this is the first misstep for Jacob, and I hope he pivots to something great.
I need you to be a weird little freak.
I need a director to use him very well, and I think people have been using Austin Butler very well. I think for like most like big young actors, they're gonna do a biopic. Like Timmy had to do Bob. They're just going to do that.
Whatever.
Like,
still haven't watched that. I'm never gonna watch that movie.
When you're becoming like a famous rising star, that is just like one of the tokens you need to go grab is like, I have to do a biopic. Yeah. And like Austin had Elvis and I thought he was great. I don't really like Baz Luhrmann though. I don't enjoy his movies very much, just the way they're made. So I didn't really fuck with it.
I literally was like angry watching. I was pissed off. I was in the theater and I was angry. And then I tried to fall asleep. But I couldn't.
You kept getting woken up by,
I was literally,
I'm Elvis.
yes, I was literally like, oh my God, this movie is damn. Also, no more Beatles content. Like,
I got blue slippers.
Read a book about the Beatles.
The biggest, most famous band ever that we know everything about. Hey, let's make some movies about them.
You guys ever thought about making a movie with the Beatles?
You know what nobody knows about? The untold story of the Beatles.
When are we going to make a movie about Skrillex?
I think that's why... Yo,
dude, Jacob Elordi as Skrillex would be fire.
When are we going to make a Juice WRLD biopic? When are we going to get out of, I'm so bored of talking about the same celebrities so much.
Yo, real quick though.
But biopics also can be controversial because you got to be tasteful with it.
You can do a fascinating biopic that is a mockumentary about yourself.
Yo, but Michael Jackson looks like it might be really awesome.
Yo, low key.
Low
Yeah.
key. And
That does look-
dude, it's his like nephew or something
Yeah.
like that. The guy's playing.
That
That's so
trailer
awesome.
was really good.
It has to be either perfect or it's going to be garbage. Like it will not be average or something like that.
I usually don't like biopics though. I usually
Bohemian Rhapsody?
don't.
I haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really
a lot
good.
of people do really shit on biopics. You're like, yo, we got to stop making biopics. Why are we making biopics? I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I am also realistic. They're gonna keep being made for as long as
There are good
movies are
ones
being
though.
made.
I just
They're
think they're
gonna keep
really hard to
making them.
get to make good.
Yeah. And it's like Paul Mescal, another great, I think he is also just one of my favorite like rising stars. Like it's his time to do his biopic.
I love him.
It's time.
Yo, Hamnet is kind of a biopic.
Yeah, kind of. It's
Well,
an adaptation of a book.
William
William Hamnet.
William Shakespeare.
Dude, Blackberry. I love Blackberry.
Blackberry's
The Big
awesome.
Short. I freaking love. Like I love when a biopic is
Air
done
is really
well.
good,
I
yeah.
love them.
I like.
It's almost like when
Tonya.
you have a really good filmmaker making a biopic.
well,
Like,
yeah.
so did Matt Johnson directed Blackberry, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We should dig into that a little. Are we recording some Nirvana after this?
Yeah, we can do like 30 minutes of Nirvana.
Yeah, we can. I don't have much to say.
I haven't seen it.
Yo, tune in next week. We're gonna be, or in 2 weeks or whatever. We're talking about Nirvana,
Yeah.
the band, the show.
You
the
know
movie.
how it rolls. We like to record multiple episodes.
Dude. It's so
I want
helpful,
to talk
though.
about it, but I haven't seen it. That's not fair.
We can do it like a little spoiler free, like
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, biopics are just going to continue to exist. We've been talking too much about biopics.
Just be
We're
creative.
going
Just-
off the rails with Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, we
Who
are.
cares, dude? This movie
yeah.
sucks, and we don't have to talk about it. 2.5.
And there's so and there is so much content out there about Wuthering Heights because it was an intentional rage bait to get a bunch of attention, and we're giving it attention, and we all saw it in theaters, and we fed into it, and we're part of the problem.
Well, we got to get 100 subscribers. So
Yo,
if
yeah.
y'all are still listening, please subscribe.
Dude, nobody's listening. I look at the retention charts. We're usually at like 1% at this point.
Guys, you can subscribe and then just you don't need to turn your notifications on. Just please subscribe to us. You don't need to know when we're
Get back
posting.
together. And
But
if that's
yeah,
true,
I mean, I don't know.
you just have to taste
Overall,
it.
Wuthering Heights, really bad, poor adaptation, really poor choices
Don't do that
all
shit
across
again.
the board.
Like,
Don't do that shit again. Emerald, you are on your last straw. You better make something cool next, or
I
I'm just not
believe in
gonna-
you.
I kind of don't have any reason to believe in her.
Yeah,
I think you know how to make things look pretty as hell,
It's
right?
probably more of a DP thing.
Yeah, that's probably not even you, girl.
I don't even like Saltburn either. I thought Saltburn sucked.
Maybe what she should
I
do,
didn't really
you know
like
what you should
Saltburn.
do, Emerald? You should just write.
she should direct fucking music videos.
You were
dude.
born rich, just retire.
The best parts of Saltburn 2 were the fucking montages.
Yeah.
Like, I
true.
think the best parts of her movies are when they're like a music video. And I think because she has such great visuals, she has such a strong, like, visual sense. And I think she knows, like, the flow and the beat of, like, a good montage sequence to, like, a great song. I just think that is, like, that's her bread and butter. And I don't think she's very good at handling like these big, long 2-hour features. I just don't think she can.
Also, one thing I have to say about her,
Mhm.
the third act in her movies always goes,
Yeah,
or
there.
at least in the two that I've seen.
Yeah,
The third act in both Saltburn and Wuthering Heights, total vibe switch.
mm-hmm.
Total kind of whiplash a little bit. And that I think kind of feels like trying to make up for missed time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. It just feels like it just doesn't, it's there's something wrong. I
There's
don't
something
know-
wrong with
I
her.
don't know what it is. There's something wrong. That movie's bad.
It's because if you can't handle the setup and you can't keep the momentum going in the second act, you're gonna fumble that third act. You're gonna
Yeah.
you're just gonna screw it up. So yeah, really not a great movie.
You'll get them next time, maybe.
Maybe. I have it at 2, but I could honestly maybe go down to like 1.5.
I'm gonna take mine down to 2.
I also feel like I might take mine down to 2.
I would not go more than 2. I would
love
wouldn't
to like
necessarily
take all
give
the
it-
sets of Wuthering Heights and like host a photo shoot at them though.
Yeah. It
That would
looks
be
great.
awesome.
It looks great. She had, like I said, she has a great visual palette, but like that's really it. That's like really the only thing going for this movie. You can, and I was gonna say,
Overall,
I mean,
it's just kind of weak
you
sauce.
can like put it on mute and like look at the pretty visuals, but even then, it's like a lot of the shit just gets dragged out, and I'm like getting bored.
Put it on
but-
mute. Play Charlie's album.
Yeah.
Vibe out.
Put Charlie's album on repeat until the movie's over. Close your eyes a few times. But
Oh, also, it is sad at the end.
yeah,
I didn't really care, to be honest.
yeah, I didn't care about these characters at all.
Do you know how this book ends? This is what my mom told me.
Tell us.
Dude, so apparently Kathy has like children
Mm-hmm.
and like I think, or maybe just one.
And then her
child.
daughter becomes the narrator.
Oh, yeah. But here's the crazy thing. So Heathcliff still sucks in the book and he gets rich and he buys out like everyone's estates.
Mm-hmm.
And so he owns them and then everyone dies except for the kids. So then he has to take care of these kids who he hates.
Wow.
That's the end. It's awesome.
And I don't think I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure most, if not all, of the adaptations have not really explored that second half of the book.
Yeah,
I hear
no,
the
it
second half of
seems
the
like
book's kinda
they're
boring.
all the first
yeah.
half.
Yeah, because Catherine dies in the middle, and then it's
But then
all of
she's a
that stuff.
ghost.
Yeah,
What? No, I want Kathy ghost.
yeah.
Yeah.
Make a Wuthering, dude. Honestly, make a Wuthering Heights movie. Give it to somebody who is a competent filmmaker, and make like a 3.5 hour Wuthering Heights. Like if you're gonna do like a huge classic literature book like this one and adapt it, make it huge.
Yeah.
Make it big.
Look
And-
at Les Mis.
And that
Yeah.
way you won't have so-and-so's mom going to the theater and walking out clutching her pearls. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, what a dud.
Let's be done.
Yeah.
Shattering like glass. I think I'm gonna die in this house.
Thanks y'all for tuning into Retconnd. Thank you, Maria, for being our guest once more. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Charlie, great album. Don't fucking work with her again. You shouldn't have done that. But thank you for the album. Thank you for the album. It's great.
Yeah, the album's
everyone-
amazing, but yeah, that was.
Everyone that worked on this
she's a
movie,
little
you're
weird.
on thin fucking ice. All right. Peace out, everyone.
You're so mean to the viewers.
That was not for the viewers. I love our viewers.
Oh, you're so mean.
I love the French and the Italians. We need to get our Italian viewership up.